Hi everyone, it's Jackie here. This is week 2, a short PowerPoint on academic writing. This is important because although you might not apply all of the information here this week, it's something to build on as we move through the course. So I'll try and keep it brief. So whatever type of assignment you are going to be doing within the college system, you will be asked to write maybe reports, you might be asked to write essays or responses. Certainly in this course, you'll write an essay, you'll do annotated bibliographies, you'll write summaries, which is the task for this week. So having a good sense of what constitutes academic writing will really help you as you move forwards. Whenever you start to write, you have to consider who your audience is or who it is that you're writing for. So if you can ask questions, when you get your assignment and you get the outline, if you can ask questions such as, what is the purpose here of this assignment? What am I being asked to do? Why am I being asked to do this? Where am I going to find the information, or what information is required as part of this assignment? What do I need to support or to complete the tasks? Where am I going to find the guidelines? When does this need to be completed by? That's important because, of course, you have to think about back planning. And, why am I being asked to do this? There are many questions that you can think about as you start to move through your assignments. But I think that the more that you ask questions and you really try to unpick what it is that you're being asked to do so that you develop a deeper understanding will actually help you as you move through with your assignments, and will help you to produce an error-free document because you're giving exactly what is required and nothing more. This brings us to writing with a purpose. Have you ever heard of the saying that one size doesn't fit all? Well, the same is true with writing. It's difficult to know how long your writing should be, but your professor should clearly outline how many pages or what the expectations are around the assignment. Paragraph lengths really gauged by the length of the document. In a 2-page essay, the length of your paragraphs is going to be smaller than you might be if you were writing a 10-page article or a 10-page report. The purpose of paragraphs is to convey ideas and information coherently. And when writing an essay, for example, your thesis is explored and developed through the points you make, and those points make up individual paragraphs. So think about it that you're taking the reader on a journey of discovery. Each point you want to make to support your thesis requires a paragraph that needs to have supporting details. You can't just state something and leave it there. You need to expand it and to provide logic and information so that your reader can accept what you're saying. The writing process includes more than thinking about what you want to write. It involves development. So when you create any first draft of any piece of work, you must always accept that you're going to have to go back. So you can start with paragraph development of brief ideas, and then you can start to add some meat on the bones, so to speak, and to build and to develop them. It's always important, I think, to go back also when you're looking at your writing, making sure that you've hit what it is that you wanted to achieve, that you're writing with the purpose that you set out to, that your reader is informed, so it's trying to read with new eyes. Make sure that your work sounds clear. Think about adding transitions in. Transitions can be words or phrases. You'll have seen this in the textbook here. See table 3.1, transitions, on page 69. This will give you a really good idea. This section's particularly important. It enhances, it expands, and it develops ideas in a paragraph. So it's really good for your reader, and it shows your skills off as a writer and that you're able to write with a given purpose. Think about paragraphs as being building blocks. In your college writing, you'll be asked to write a lot, whether you are, as I mentioned before, creating reports or reflections or essays. You will always want to draw upon some kind of paragraph structure and organisation. And much of the following material you might already be familiar with. You might have written lots of essays when you were in high school or perhaps in another programme. But the thing is that for many people, either they're coming back to college and they wrote essays a long time ago, or in some cases, students tell me that they've never written an essay when they were in high school. So I don't know what the reason is for that. But use this as a refresher if needs be. The paragraph structure has an introduction, a midsection, and a conclusion. The introduction is always referred to as the topic sentence because it tells the reader what the topic of this paragraph is going to be about. The conclusion uses a concluding sentence, or as the textbook calls it, a wrap. The midsection of a paragraph should contain sufficient detail to expand the point that you want to make. And again, this depends on the length of your document, but you really should aim to support each point, each paragraph, with at least 2 or 3 detailed examples. When you think about writing your paragraph as well, you might want to think about how to structure it, how to build it, how to present the information to the reader. And you can use inductive or deductive writing, or inductive or deductive structure. These are both ways of thinking about the world around us, and they use reason and logic to explore problems. For instance, inductive reasoning begins with an idea or a premise that is not proven or determined. So think about you want to eat out with some friends. You find the related evidence to support, where shall we go to eat? So you might want to look at the type of food you want to eat, the cost, the access, and the availability. Once you've developed those points, it allows you to reach a conclusion. That's inductive. Start with something that's not proven, build your points, and then make a firm conclusion. On the other hand, deductive reasoning begins with a strong conclusion. We should go to this restaurant because, and it uses evidence. We've eaten there before, the cost is within our budget, and there's a variety of choice to suit dietary needs. Those points support your decision or your premise or your theory that you stated in that topic sentence. One leads the reader through an argument to allow for informed decision making, inductive, and the other allows the reader to see your reasoning or rationale in the decision stated, deductive. You will be doing mostly inductive writing in this course. Look at the other examples by clicking on the Purdue University Global link below on inductive and deductive writing. There are some good examples there. This is the final slide. Writing needs consideration. We've already talked a bit about structure and organisation that helps your reader to accept your ideas. But you should also think about tone and style. Tone refers to the attitude in writing. It may relate to whether the writing is formal or conversational, if it's optimistic. In academic writing, the requirement is for formal writing. Do not use I or me, and we try not to use you. So we write in the third person. In terms of style, that refers to the style of writing used. For instance, is it informational? Is it persuasive? Is it descriptive? And additionally, you may hear the term style used in relation to documenting sources. So for instance, APA style or Chicago style or MLA style. Style and tone go hand in hand. As I mentioned at the beginning, this content is going to be relevant to you as you move forward in your course. So try to think about how you can build some of these key concepts into your work as you move forwards.